Welcome to the Sisters in Service podcast. My name is Kat Corchado, also known as the voice connecting women veterans nationwide. This podcast is for anyone connected with the military, from veterans, male and female, military spouses, military brats, even parents who may have children who are in the military. As an Air Force veteran, I understand the trials and triumphs that women veterans go through in service and out of service. And so I wanted to find a way that I could put it out there into the airwaves and let everyone know what we're going through and find a way and a solution to what's happening to us in the service. I also like to highlight these women who are business owners, they're entrepreneurs, they're bosses in their business. And so I hope that you will follow me, you will share, and you will subscribe to this podcast, which comes out every week on Tuesdays. And as always, please stay safe, take care of each other. Until next time, and it's never too late to start your impossible. The Sisters in Service podcast is brought to you by Small Space Pilates. Are you ready to get fit and fabulous from the comfort of your own home? Look no further than Small Space Pilates. With live online Pilates and weight training classes, a video library, and a no perfection allowed policy, you can achieve your fitness goals without ever leaving your house. Visit smallspacepilates.com for your complimentary session and start your journey to feeling fabulous today. Welcome, everyone, to another special edition of Sisters in Service. You know me, I'm the host, Kat Corchado, and today I have three women here from the Blue Star Charlotte organization, and we're going to talk about an event that's going to be happening here soon, but I won't give away the details just yet. So my first guest is Fostoria Pierson. She is the president of the Blue Star Mothers of Charlotte, North Carolina chapter. Then we have Fran Sullivan. She's the financial secretary for Blue Star Mothers of the Charlotte chapter. And then Jana Rice, who is also a member of the Blue Star Month organization. And they all are affiliated with the Blue Star Charlotte chapter. And I just want to say welcome to everybody. Hi, guys. Or, sorry. Hi, ladies.
Hi. How you doing?
I'm good. So this first question is Fostoria. Fostoria, why was it that you felt that the Blue Star organization was such a good fit for you? And why have you continued to be a part of it?
Well, Blue Star Mothers have been around since 1942. And my chapter was installed May 23rd, 2017. And we are mothers that have children that are serving in the military and or a veteran. And our mission is to support them with humanitarian needs or whatever needs that they may have. And this is something that we looked at and we said, hey, you know what? Our servicemen and women and our veterans, they need support, but that's what our mission is.
Well, thank you, Fostoria. So let's move on to Fran. Fran, what was your why for joining the organization?
Well, Ms. Kat, my why for joining the organization was my granddaughter is a veteran. She served in the Army for 4 years, and I met Fostoria like 5 years ago at the Veterans Parade, and she informed me about the chapter. And I was so in awe that I would help support for my granddaughter while she was in the military that I joined with all forces. And I'm such a happy grandparent to be a part of the organization, even though she's a veteran at this point.
I'm trying to figure out if there's somebody Fostoria doesn't know in this area. Because every time I talk to someone, they're like, do you know Fostoria? I'm like, doesn't everybody know Fostoria?
Yes. Yes.
All right, Janice, same question for you.
So I was introduced to Miss Fostoria and Blue Star Mothers because my daughter Bobby is in the Navy. And when I realized the purpose of the mission of Blue Star Mothers, as far as supporting our veterans, our military, I knew that I would be a great fit because I love providing service to people in general. And it's been wonderful And yes, I'm enjoying it so much. Just happy to be able to serve.
Well, I'm glad all you guys are part of this, and we find a purpose, right? Whether you're a veteran, a military brat, a military spouse, a grandmother with a granddaughter or grandchild in the military, we all find this need to feel like we want to serve. Am I correct in saying that?
Yes.
Yes, you are. With
Very
so
much.
many of you, including yourself, Kat, as a veteran, you all served us. So it's time for the Blue Star Mothers chapter of Charlotte to serve you guys and support you guys. And that's what we do.
Yes.
Well, thank you guys for that support so much.
And if I may add, Kat, my husband is
Sure.
also an Army veteran.
Ooh, did you guys ever go overseas?
He was in Korea. He was stationed in Korea.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I was in Korea too. Yeah, we'll just leave it at that. All right, so we have brought you all together, and because there's a special event that's going on for the American Legion. So Fostoria, you want to give us a little bit of background on what this event is?
Yes, this is our initial event. And what it is, this is a fun food fundraiser. And this fundraiser, we are raising funds for female veterans with cancer, any form of cancer, and also to assist with sending care packages overseas. The Blue Star Mothers chapter, we send care packages every month to our troops. So this is what this fundraiser is for. And we're hoping to get a lot of support from our communities. And we're hoping that some female veterans, and all the information is private, we just need brief information, will sign up to come to this event so we can honor them and support them.
I love that. So Fran, why was there a need for this? What was the catalyst for this event?
The catalyst for this event is to bring everyone together. We're doing community, we're doing veterans, we're doing guards. Anyone and everyone in the neighborhood needs to come and see what we have to offer our military veterans. And it is so fulfilling. So all I say is just put on your sunblock, put on your floppy hats, and come out and engage and have fun. We're going to have bouncy houses, plenty of food, plenty of music, games. We're having video games, anything that you can imagine to have fun. We're going to have it there. We're going to have ice cream. We're going to have popcorn. We're going to have it all. All we need is the bodies. We need the support.
You had me a bouncy house.
We have a goal. We have a goal, and we want everyone to come out and help us fulfill our financial goal.
So this next question is for Jana. Jana, why women veterans with cancer?
I think Miss Fostoria can elaborate on that more so than I can.
Okay. Go for it, Miss Fostoria.
Well, the reason why we selected female veterans with cancer is even with my sister being a Marine Corps and Air Force veteran, sometimes female veterans, they do not identify themselves as veterans. So I said, you know what, why not put together this fundraiser for them, because it's well deserved. And since they have served and they have fought one battle, and now they're fighting another battle, some form of cancer. So we just want to just love on and appreciate our female veterans. And I thought it was very, very important to do this for them.
Absolutely. Do you find that the incidence of cancer among veterans is more prominent in this area, or just in the amount of people, of women you've met who are veterans who have contracted cancer for one reason or another?
Well, it seemed as though, since I'm more involved with the military and the veteran community versus the civilian, I have run into some female veterans that does have cancer. And I know it's a higher rate for female veterans that have served to have cancer than it is with non-female women that has not served in the military.
I think that cancer touches all of us in some form or fashion throughout our lifetime, whether it's a relative, a friend, or something. It's a horrible, horrible disease to have. It's a horrible thing that happens no matter how old you are, because it happens with children. And so I think it's amazing that you picked that in particular. Now, have you talked to women veterans who have found that maybe they're not getting the support that they need because they are battling cancer?
I find that some of them are not getting the support because they're female veterans. Yes, the cancer, yes, it plays a critical part. But being around the military as long as I have, like I said, I run across some females and I have to ask, are you a veteran? Because again, a lot of them will not identify themselves as veterans. And I think that does have a lot to do with the lack of the support that they get from the communities and from the VA, and, so which is a shame. It's really a shame.
So this next question is for any of you, but are these women veterans who are battling cancer invited to this event?
Yes, they are. And on the flyer, we do have a link for them to register. They will register through the Carolina Freedom Foundation. And the only brief information we ask is their name, rank, and branch of service. Whether you're a veteran, active duty, or whatever, we do not ask any personal information. But that's where they can go and register. We do have 3 female veterans that with cancer that have already registered, but we have a slot for 8. So we do need, 5 more female veterans with cancer to register for this event.
So you just need 8 total? I mean, what if you had extra women who maybe want to be a part of this or maybe even help out?
We do need volunteers, and I guess Fran could speak on the volunteer part.
Okay, go for it, Fran.
Okay, as I travel through my daily activity, I am constantly searching for volunteers. So I can give an example. I was at a restaurant last week, and I heard a young lady say, Uncle Sam is my husband. So I followed her. So I asked her if she was interested in volunteering, and she was so happy to do that. She said, I want to do something. So we are looking for volunteers that want to do something, whether it's passing out flyers, whether it's attending meetings, it's passing on through your social media, any ways that you can do to help get the word out about the Blue Star Mothers Chapter 15. We will be very happy to pass the information on to you so you can pass it on to others, because everyone needs someone. Absolutely. Each one reach one, and that's our goal, is to reach someone to let them know about the Blue Star Mothers of Charlotte, Chapter 15.
Now, do you feel that it's harder to get volunteers for an event that's for veterans versus just in general, or is it hard no matter what the event is?
I think it's hard no matter what. However, it has to be in your heart. Mm-hmm. If it's in your heart to serve, you will serve. And
absolutely.
Once I retired from my position at the hospital, here again, she said, she came to my retirement party. She was like, now that you're retired, you're going to help Blue Star Mothers more. And here I am. We
always recruiting.
Yes, we speak things into existence. So we're speaking into existence that the Blue Star Mothers of Charlotte 15, NC 15, will have more volunteers in this season. Yes.
Does it matter when, where you served, or how long you served if you want to be a part of this?
It does not matter. It does not matter.
So if someone wanted to sign up to be a volunteer, do you have a list of the activities that are needed, that volunteers are needed for, like on your website?
Yes. And I would like to interject that men are also needed to volunteer. My husband is a volunteer as well. A lot of times people look at volunteers as not getting paid. You get paid. It may not be a financial amount that you get paid, but you certainly do get paid to become a volunteer.
It's a different kind of reward.
Yes.
It's giving in a way that that money can't fix it, that but just being there for someone because you want to be there, I think is just, that's a whole different kind of payment, I think.
Yes.
Yeah. And Kat, also on our flyer, there is information on there as far as who wants to volunteer. And there is a contact number on there because, as Fran was saying, yes, we do need volunteers to help with serving the food. We're going to have the bouncy houses. So we need someone there to help the kids with the bouncy houses and to control the adult games, because we will have adult games as well. The Silver Air Patrol, by the direction of Second Lieutenant Kathleen, she will be bringing 20 to 25 of her cadets there to assist as well with volunteering. So yes, we do. And on our flyer, there is the information if you want to volunteer.
So is there a cutoff date to volunteer for this?
No, it's not. If someone just want to show up the day of the event and say, hey, I'm here, use me, we will use them. Yes.
All right. So tell us where, when, give us all the details. Where is the event being held?
Okay. The event will be held, the date is August the 12th. It will begin at noon. It will last until 4:30. The event would take place at the American Post number 321. 321, which is, the address is 107 Main Street in Huntersville, North Carolina.
Yes, they allowed us to use their American Legion post to have this event, and there will be ample parking. And as Fran said earlier, there will be lots of food and desserts, because again, this is a great cause. We're trying to support our female veterans with cancer. And again, as far as the non-perishables that we need, Jana, you want to discuss that?
So Kat, we're in need of in-kind donations, and not so much as monetary. We need non-perishable items such as sodas, chips, hamburgers, hot dogs. Belk has been a large supporter of Blue Star Mothers. And so far, we have received 150 bins of non-perishable items from Belk for this fundraiser, actually to send off to our troops. So Belk is a large supporter. And we are seeking donations, please, for this fundraiser.
And anyone that brings non-perishable will receive one free hot dog with all the trimmings.
Ooh,
yeah.
See, I'm still thinking about the bouncy house. Anyway, so I know that you're raising money. Is the money being raised specifically for the care packages, or is the money being raised, or part of the money being raised for these women veterans who are dealing with cancer?
Both. As the flyer stated, most of the proceeds will benefit the female veterans with cancer and to help us send our care packages. I sent 2 care packages probably 2 weeks ago, and it was like $125. So it does cost to send these packages, and they're not cheap.
That's crazy. That doesn't make any sense to me.
Oh, I know.
Anyway, that's a whole nother subject, and I won't get on that.
Yeah. So the fundraiser is for that cause as well. Yeah.
So is the money going to, because I always talk, when I hear people talk, they're like, well, where's the money going and who's it going to? Is it going to a central location and the money's being distributed to these women individually, or how does it work?
Well, depending on how much we collect at this fundraiser, we will, Fran, the financial advisor, and myself and a couple of the board members, what we raise, we will figure it out based on how many female veterans did attend the event. So whatever monetary that we do get, we're going to divide it equally to each one of the female veterans that register online through the Carolina Freedom Foundation. They have to register. And also for shipping costs. But yes, now we do have small overhead costs as well. But no, the majority of these funds are going, as we said, to the female veterans with cancer and to ship our packages.
So when are you going to do a ceremony where you actually present the check to each one of these women? I think that would be cool.
Well, we thought about that, but because of privacy reasons, they might not want, the crowd to know that, I'm suffering with cancer. So we're still trying to figure that out, which way to do that. But for the veterans that do register, there would be an email sent to them to ask them at the event, would it be okay to present the funds to them that way? And if they say no, then it would be done behind closed doors.
So you could do it privately.
Yes.
Interesting.
And again,
I like that.
Yeah. I mean, again, it's going to depend on how much money that we raise for them.
So in your travels, Fostoria, and this is for all of you, if you could speak a little bit on, when you speak to these women veterans who are battling cancer, and the support is a big deal, and so is the money. But what else do they need? Like, what else are they, because I was speaking with someone who had recovered from cancer, and she said there's a loneliness with it. It's like no one wants to talk to you or about it because they're afraid to bring it up, and people treat you differently. Have you heard anything like this with our women veterans?
Yes, I have with one in particular. Actually, she lives over here where I live, and I listened to her, and she has registered. And yes, there is that she does feel lonely because she don't really have anyone to speak to. She does go to the VA for her services, but still at the end of the day, she really doesn't have another a female veteran friend to speak with, to share their thoughts, to share their fears, just to share the information, how each one of them is feeling battling this terrible disease.
Absolutely. And that's a shame that there's nothing like that. And Charlotte is unfortunately not as far as along in helping our veterans as other states. Like Texas is all about veterans. They have other issues, but they love some veterans. And so I'm thinking about a way that we could, I wish there was some way we could help them in another way also. And I don't know if that's ever come up, but, just have where they can, even if it's just one-on-one, because everyone wants that battle buddy. You know what I mean?
Yes.
You want a battle buddy, and even with cancer, you want someone who understands what you're going through. And that battle buddy just sounds like it would be that person you could just pick up the phone because you're having a bad day, or you pick up the phone because you're having a good day, something like that. So that's kind of how I'm thinking, just about that. I don't know if that's ever come up.
Yes. And you're right. As far as with Charlotte, Mecklenburg County, there is no support, or there's a lack of support, not only for our female veterans, but for our veterans in general. Because of all the VSOs and the agencies that say they support veterans and provide services for them, then we should not have any homeless veterans. So that's why this fundraiser is so important for us. So we can love on these female veterans and let them know that, what, you have served us. It's time for us to serve you.
Yes, absolutely.
And just to make them, just try to feel better because, again, they're battling this terrible disease.
Here's a question for you. So I'm speaking about the packages that you send. How many of those that you send are male versus female, or is it just a generalized package for all the troops, regardless of gender?
It's either or. We send some clothing that is gender for men. We send socks that's probably unisex. A lot of things that we send in the boxes are items that they can, snacks we send games, hygiene products. So so they're universal for both male and female.
And yes, we do. We try to make sure. I remember when my son, when he deployed last year, and I told him we were sending boxes, and he said, "Mom," he said, "can you guys put more hygiene products in there for women? Because they need these products." And we do, Kat. We put a lot of hygiene products in there for our female soldiers. And when I say soldiers, I'm speaking of every branch.
Yes.
That we send these packages to. So yes, we do. We look at the males versus the females, and we look at each of their needs.
How do you get the requests? How do they come in? Like, how do you find these people that need need this care package?
We have a deployment list, and I send it to Belk. And again, with Belk, they're great supporters. And each time I send out an email, the majority of the time, if someone asks, I will attach the deployment list. And the Silver Air Patrol, and we do have other JRTCs in the past that they have donated non-perishables to us. But the Silver Air Patrol, I believe it was 2 months ago, they collected over 1,000 items for us to send, and we still have some items left. So we do have a deployment list. If anyone is interested in receiving it, they can email me, and I would definitely get the deployment list emailed to them.
So here's another question. So if someone or an organization, let's say a large organization, decided they wanted to donate money or donate like Belk does, how do they find you? How do they know where to send the money, how to send the money?
Well, with our information, they could use our post office box, because we do, anytime I send out the email, it always have our address on there. So if anyone wants to send a monetary donation, they can send it to Blue Star Mothers in C15, Post Office Box 560264, Charlotte, North Carolina 28256. And again, monetary donations, or when we have events like this, in-kind donations. And we are still looking for a couple of sponsors, because we're going to have bouncy houses, Kat, for you. So we're still looking for
just for me. You heard that.
A couple of businesses to sponsor a couple of bouncy houses for us. Yes.
I would think that some of these organizations would be jumping on this. See what I did there? Bouncy house jumping. I told y'all.
That was good.
I'm here all week, y'all. There are a lot of organizations in this area. Why are they not helping out more?
And we find more of the smaller businesses that will support us and donate. And that's my question too. We have all these large corporations and all these large financial institutions, and we barely get the donations from them. Now, when we have our other event, our military kids and veterans ball, now we do get great support for that ball with the Independence Fund, Carolina Freedom Foundation, Q-Trip, the gas station, and Belk, of course. So we do, for that event, we get a lot of support.
I love that, Fostoria. I tend to do business with other businesses that support veterans, and I've always felt that was a huge deal just for me. So does anyone have any last words before we end this program?
Please come out and support us. It's open to everyone, whether you're a veteran, military, or, whatever. But the fundraiser is only for the female veterans with cancer, as far as, getting them receiving some of the monetary donations. So please come out and support, because we're going to have a lot of fun. And like, as Fran said, there's going to be a lot of food, but it's just for the cause. And again, for some of you that are not familiar or has not served or have any family members that serve, our men and women every day, they need non-perishable items. They need for our communities to send to them, because when they get these packages, they enjoy them and they love them, and it makes their day. So if we could just have more of our community just support us, the Blue Star Mothers of Charlotte NC-15. And it's not, these items are not for us. These are for our troops. These are for our men and our women that are deployed. And we do need the support, not only of Charlotte, but the surrounding cities as well, because this chapter, it covers 8 or 9 different cities and not only Charlotte. So yes, we do need the support from the communities.
Well, thank you, Fostoria, Fran, and Jana for doing this today. I hope that you get lots of people out there, and I hope you get lots of support, not only in dollars, but also in volunteering. You know, our veterans and our active duty people, you know, we need to come together and help this cause. Cancer affects all of us in some way, shape, or form. So I hope to see everybody out there, and I hope that you understand how this will help women veterans also. So without further ado, you know, I'm going to say, please stay safe, take care of each other. Until next time, and it's never too late to start your impossible.